welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a full face of makeup using only drugstore products. This actually was not a challenge at all, and I really wanted to do this to show you guys that you don't need to have high-end expensive makeup to get a good makeup look. And obviously I did something a little bit bold, which I feel like I have been doing lately, but I just kind of had fun with it, and I feel like now, because we're all in quarantine, like, why not? Now's the time to really play with makeup. And as you can see, I do kind of have a different backdrop. I moved my room around completely. The video is on my channel now, which is a complete redo of my beauty room, so make sure that you check that out. I will also put a card up here for you. If you want to see how I got this makeup look using just drugstore products, then keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to go in with is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion, and I'm going to use this as a primer. You can actually use this as a primer. I like mixing it in with my foundation, and it just gives a really nice glow. And this is the color 902. There's 3 shades, I believe, and this is the medium shade. So I'm going to use this as a primer today. I'm just going to squirt it like right on my face, and then I'm actually going to use my foundation brush just to blend it out. And this just gives such a pretty glow to the skin. Like, look at that. It is so pretty. I did forget to mention that before I put on the primer, I did already put on my face moisturizer and eye cream. I let that settle in, and then I began my makeup. But you want to make sure that you definitely start with a moisturizer, a good base, let it sink in a little bit, and then you can start with your primer. For foundations, this is an oldie but a goodie, and this is actually what I use in my makeup kit when I do other people's makeup. And this is the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation Matte and Poreless, and I'm going to try out the shade 128. This is typically my go-to shade, but I'm going to look and see. So I normally just put a little bit on my finger like this, and then I'm just going to kind of like dot it around, and then I'm going to try it with my foundation brush and mix it in. This is the green one, so Matte and Poreless. I've tried the pink one, which is like dewy, but I don't really like that one. I definitely like the Matte and Poreless, and I found that no matter what kind of skin type it is, it definitely works fine. So it's recommended for normal to oily skin. I have more dry skin, and I like this foundation more. This color looks pretty good, so I don't think I'm going to have to add anything else. I will tell you, though, that if I needed to add a darker color, I was going to add the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover, and this is a full coverage foundation, and this is actually what I've been wearing every single day. I really like it. It has SPF 50 in it. Right now when I'm tan, I'm 220, which is natural beige, and I just find it has really, really good coverage. This Maybelline one here, the Fit Me, is a medium to full coverage, so you do have to add more if, like, depending on how much coverage you want, but it does build up very nice, so that's why I do like it. So my forehead is actually really tan right now because I've been laying outside. So during this quarantine, if it's nice out, I literally will just like sit outside or do my work outside because I don't want to be inside, and my forehead got tan because it's so big, you know? Just like is the first thing to get some color. That was only one layer. I do want to go back. I think I'm going to actually add a little bit more. I'm going to mix the two together, okay? I wasn't planning on doing this, but I want to make it a little bit darker. They're both really good foundations. The Fit Me has been a staple for a long time. I feel like the coverage on this one is just a lot better. This one does have a little bit of a scent though, so that's something to note. I don't notice the Fit Me having any type of fragrance to it, but the Urban Cover, I think because it has SPF, it definitely has a little bit of that like sunscreen-y smell to it. It's not enough to like bother me, but it is something to note if you're sensitive to smells. For concealer, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This one I've already tried a few times, and I really, really like it. I'm really impressed with the coverage on it, and I'm in the color light beige. I'm going to pop that under my eyes, and then in my T-zone. And then I'm just going to use a dampened beauty blender. I got a Like It to Know It app, and I officially became an influencer on it, so that is really exciting. So if you're not following me on there yet, definitely go ahead and follow me. It's linked in my description box, but I've been really excited. I've been having like a lot of fun posting on that. So if you're ever curious as to like what I'm wearing, or I post pictures of my like vanity or bedroom, and if you're ever interested in like where I got something that I'm wearing or something that's in my house, definitely look on there because I'll be linking as much as I possibly can. For setting powder, I'm going to use the Fit Me. I got a lot of Maybelline here, didn't even realize that. But I'm going to use the Fit Me in light medium, and this is the color 20. This is the loose finishing powder, and I found that this color is perfect for my skin tone. It is not cakey at all. I really, really like it. It's really fine. It does have a little bit of a color to it, but that's why they have a multiple shade range of color options, so you can pick something closest to you. This one is more olive toned, which is me. I'm not really like pink undertoned. I'm more olivey undertoned. This is the 25, just for reference, so this is the medium shade. So this one is more pink undertone. Typically I don't like loose powders because I feel like they just are so messy and they get everywhere, but I do find with this packaging, even though it's really bulky, it keeps everything in there nicely. Sometimes I use the beauty blender to pack it in over the concealer, but other times, like now, I'm just going to use my brush. This is a Morphe E48 brush, and I'm just going to kind of press that where we put the concealer. I'm not swiping because then you're just going to move all that concealer around that you just put down, and you don't want to do that. I go in with a Morphe E2, and I'm not adding a lot, but I am going to add a little bit of that powder and just kind of dust that over my whole face so we can set that foundation. For bronzer, I'm going to go in with the Milani, and this is the number 3 Suntan, and this is such a pretty bronzer. There's no shimmer in it, no sparkles or glitter, anything like that. It's completely matte, and I just really, really like this on the skin. It's not orangey at all. I'm just going to warm up the skin with this, and I'm actually just using like a Sonia Kashuk brush. I don't even know if this is like a thing anymore, but I was using the Morphe one with the white bristles that came in the James Charles brush kit, but it was like the white bristles just get all over. If you guys have any recommendations for a good bronzer brush, let me know down below, because I feel like every brush that I've ever used for bronzer winds up shedding on me so bad. For blush, I'm going to use the Milani number 13. This is Rosa Romantica. This is actually very natural, this blush, and it is a little bit shimmery. So you'll see, it's not like super pink, but it does have a really nice glow to it, a really nice shimmer. You could probably use this as a highlighter if you really wanted to. Highlight, I'm going to go into Milani again. And this is number 2, Day Glow. This is one of the prettiest highlights I have ever owned, and it's Drugstore. And it is so pretty. This is more golden undertone, but like, look at that. For eyebrows, I'm going to go with my trusty NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This is what I've been using forever, so I'm just going to quickly go over my brows with this. That's all I'm going to do to my brows. I'm going to keep them pretty natural, especially because I don't have any Drugstore products in brows other than NYX, so we're going to leave it at this, which is fine. I mean, this is a good, like, everyday brow. I'm going to jump into the BH Cosmetics palette. I'm going to go in with the lightest pink shade right here, and this is a Morphe M433 brush, and I'm just going to kind of dust this all over the lid. What you could also do if you're not really into eyeshadow, or especially right now because like I said, nobody's really doing much, you could always pop bronzer in the crease. That's what I actually do on like an everyday basis. If I do my makeup, I keep it pretty simple, and I'll just go in with the same bronzer that I used on my face and just pop a little bit of that in the crease, like where I'm putting this pink, and that just gives a lot of definition to the eye. Even if you like travel somewhere, you don't necessarily have to bring separate eyeshadow. You can kind of just work with what you have with like your blush, bronzer, highlight, and you'll be fine. I'm gonna go in with this pinky purpley one here. I feel like that pink was really, really light, so I actually do want to go in with something a little bit deeper. I'm gonna blend that out a little bit more. It's more pigmented than I thought, and it's blending really easily. I'm gonna go in with this purple right here, and I'm actually gonna stick that all over the lid. This color is not blending as well as the other ones, and I'm getting some fallout, so not really liking that. But I'm trying to just pack this color on. I just sprayed some Fix Plus on this to kind of wet the brush a little bit, and it's definitely showing up a little bit more pigmented with the Fix Plus on it, but I am still getting a little bit of fallout. Not as bad as I was, but Still a little bit there. MAC 212, any kind of flat brush will work. I'm going to go in with this one here, and I'm going to just line my lower lash line with this. I'm going to bring this all the way into my inner corner as well. With a pencil brush, I'm going to go in with that deeper purple color and just kind of go over what I just did and blend it out a little bit. Morphe M124, this is a really good highlight brush. I'm going to go in with the highlighting shade in this palette right here, and I'm going to do my inner corner and brow bone. I'm going to line my lower lash line with Desperation. This is Urban Decay's 24/7 eyeliner. This is so pretty. And fun fact, their eyeliner you can actually use as lip liner as well. For mascara, I actually don't own any drugstore mascara. So that's the only thing in this video that's not from the drugstore, except for my primer, which is the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara Primer. I always use a mascara primer. If you've been following me for a while, you know that. I just always feel like it makes such a difference adding that extra layer of mascara on without layering up actual mascara. And then for my lower lash line, I'm using my trusty MAC Extended Play on the bottom lash line. I like this one for the lower lash line because it's so small. For the upper lashes, I'm going to use Benefit's Roller Lash. This one's been pretty good. I mean, this is the mini, but I've been liking this one a lot. I think it's the first time I've ever used it, and I really like it. I like that the wand is curved. For lipstick, I'm going to go with the Ofra Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick in the color Tuscany. This is the mini one because I think I got it in like a birthday kit or something. I don't even know what this is from, to be honest, but the color looks really pretty, so we're going to give this a go. Alright guys, that is everything. I hope that you enjoyed this full face of makeup using only drugstore products. I hope that you got some inspiration. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!